fabow hair bows and accessories for your little trendsetter. I'm Renee, the owner and creator at Fabow Hair Bows. Today we're going to be making a simple 2-loop topper bow. The supplies you'll need for this bow will be a ruler to measure your ribbon. You'll need a push pin. You'll need a clip. You'll need thread and a needle. I've already threaded mine. Make sure that you tie your knot in the center. And then you're gonna also need 3/8 inch ribbon, 4 inches to line your clip. You'll need 18 inches of ribbon to make your bow. I chose 7/8 of an inch. A lighter and scissors to line the clip. And then you're gonna also need a scrap piece of ribbon for your center, which I'll show you how to do later in the demonstration. Okay. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take your 18 inches of grosgrain ribbon, and you know that it's grosgrain because it has the ridges on the ribbon. So, if you were using printed ribbon, you'd want printed side down, but I'm using a solid. You're going to take the ends and fold them together and make a crease in the ribbon. I don't know if you can see here the crease in the ribbon. Then you'll take your push pin and just kind of put it in the center. And when you flip it over, the sharp side is up, which will also act as your guide. Okay, and again, if this were printed ribbon, you'd want printed side down. So what you do is you just kind of position it, and what I usually do is I take my forefinger and thumb to kind of hold the push pin in place, and then I take it and you're going to form your loop, and you just wrap it around. And because you want to have tails on your looper, you're going to leave some, which will be your tails. And now you have the first loop of your 2-loop topper bow. Okay, can you see that? Now you're going to repeat that on the other side. A little tip I'll tell you to make sure that you get the tails even. You take the end here, the other end. Now a little tip that I'd like to share here is that if you put the end of that ribbon right up against your guide pin and grab it from this end, it helps to make sure that your tails are even on both sides of your loop. And then you just put it in the center, making sure to line up the two. Now here's where you have an opportunity to adjust your ribbon and shape it to make it look the way that you want it to look. Make sure that the loops are even on both sides. So here you just twist the ribbon so that you can see and get it how you want it to look. Then you can always put your pin back in if you need help. Just stick it right in the center. Now you're just going to twist the ribbon like so to form your loops. And see, your bow is already starting to form. Now you're going to take your needle and thread. Make sure that you've knotted your thread before you get started. Okay? And also, I like to tell, if you can use your clip as a guide if you're afraid you're going to let go and that sort of thing. Okay? So we're going to remove that and we're going to sew the bow now. So you take the needle and you're going to stick it right, oops, right at the edge where it meets. And you're going to just take it right up, in and out, up through the top of the bow, leaving your guide pin in. Okay, so you can see I like to take it in and out at least 2 to 3 times, which we've done. And this is where it gets really important on how to bunch the bow. So you just bunch it together like that and grab both sides. And see how I've done that? And then you're going to pull the pin through to the knot. Now keep holding it. You're going to wrap it around, and here's where you remove the pin. And there's no science in how many times I wrap it around I don't know, about 4 or 5 times. And I like to use upholstery thread because it's much more sturdy and durable, especially if your little trendsetter likes to play with their hair bows. So once you do that, kind of hold it and turn the bow over to the back side, and you're going to lock your thread. And by doing that, you're just going to sew under the thread that you wrapped around and make a knot. And you can do this a couple times or just once. It's up to you. I'm going to go just one time. Then take the scissors and cut. And then you reshape your bow. And here you have a 2-loop topper. Now this bow can be used by itself or it can be used in a stackable bow. So now we're going to line our clip and assemble our center. So you're going to take your clip and flip it over to the back side, which is where you're going to place the glue. Now make sure before you start, you take your 3/8 inch ribbon, which is for your clip, and you're going to heat seal your ends, which is going to prevent it from fraying. So you just run it across like so. Same on the other side. Okay, now you're ready to begin. So you take the glue gun and put just a little bit on the side. If you put too much, you can always pull the excess off as you get started. And you just put the ribbon on. And see how I'm pulling that away? And it's going to be stuck. Flip it over and you hold it. And you're going to apply glue to the top of the clip. Now what always works best is high temperature, manipulate the glue. So here you're going to take your ribbon and just fold the clip over and smooth it with your finger like so. And then flip it over and make sure it's stuck the way you want it. It's okay if it's a little crooked because it's going to be hidden by the bow. Then you're going to flip it over again, and this part that you have, you're going to apply glue there. Okay? Open the clip and just fold it over. Smooth it out. Now, you have your cute little covered clip. Set that to the side. Now here, I've already knotted my center, but I'm going to show you how I did that. This is going to be your center. You can use any sort of center that you like. You can do a single knot, double knot, triple knot, or you can put little diamonds or whatever. So this is where I took the little 7/8 inch ribbon. You're just going to take it and tie it into a knot. And here is where you have the knotted portion on top, and you just kind of turn the ribbon so that you have the side that you want facing up showing, and pull. Excuse me. And then all you do is cut. Now, this is the front side of your bow. You're going to flip it face down, or you can hold it on the back side where you tied your knot, and you're going to take the glue and apply just a dollop there. Okay. And then you'll take the knot that you just created. I'm sorry, this is the back side. You're going to, I messed up, but we're just going to flip it over. And if you do that, if you make a mistake while you're making the bow, don't worry, because the glue dries and no one will ever see it. But you want to take the front side of the bow, because we're going to apply the center first. And you apply here. Okay, and then you take your knot that you created and you just lay it knotted side up and press. Now we're going to flip the bow over to the back side, and you're going to take your clip and you're going to put a good liberal amount of hot glue on the back, because this is going to hold, this is the clip that's going to hold it to the bow. So see how I did that? And you just flip it over and press down. So see here where we put the glue on the wrong side, it's now covered and no one will ever know. So see, it's starting to take shape. And now we're going to finish the bow. So all you do is you flip it over and you open the clip and apply glue here. Okay. And pull it through. Just let that dry. And use this finger to kind of hold your knot in place, just in case the glue isn't dry the way. and cut your excess. Take your lighter and you're going to seal that, and then you're going to repeat to close the other side. So you put a little glue, pull it through tight to make sure, and once you close it, you pull tight to make sure that it's tight. And then you're going to cut your excess. Now here I like to share a tip. This is where when you're sealing the ends, you still have some glue showing, and if you just take your finger and run it, it gives it a much smoother closure. Now we're going to cut our tails. So you fold over the edge and you're going to cut up. And then repeat on the other side of the tail. And cut up. And then you have to remember to seal the ribbon so that it doesn't fray. And you just run the lighter like that. And same on the other side. Now here you have your simple 2-loop topper bow. Find your next hair bow at Fabow Hair Bows and Accessories to turn your little one into the next trendsetter.